Have you ever wondered why people come into your life and then suddenly leave? Whether it's a friend, a partner, or even a family member, those departures can leave us hurt, confused, sometimes even betrayed. But what if I told you that their leaving could be a part of God's divine plan for your growth and purpose? In Romans chapter 8, verse 28, the Bible tells us that God works all things together for good to those who love Him and are called according to His purpose. That means even the pain of someone walking out of your life has a purpose beyond what we can see in the moment. Now, that doesn't mean it's easy. It's human to feel lost. We build relationships, invest emotionally, and sometimes place our identity in the people around us. But when someone leaves, whether by choice, circumstance, or God's hand, it's an opportunity to shift your focus back to Him. Sometimes God allows people to exit your life because you've fulfilled the role they were meant to play in your journey. Look at Jesus. Even He experienced people leaving Him. Peter, one of His closest disciples, denied Him 3 times. Judas, one of the 12, betrayed Him. If Jesus faced the pain of losing people, we can be sure it's part of the human experience. But Jesus also knew that His purpose was bigger than the people who surrounded Him. He kept His focus on God's will and on the greater mission. God often removes people who are not aligned with where He's taking you. If someone isn't meant to walk with you into the next chapter of your life, trust that God knows why. Isaiah chapter 55 verse 9 says, "For as the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." We might not understand at the time, but trust that God sees what we cannot see. It's also important to recognize that when people leave, it opens space for God to bring new relationships into your life. People who will uplift, support, and encourage you according to His plan. But that only happens when we're willing to release the past and trust Him for the future. Instead of focusing on the emptiness someone's departure leaves behind, focus on the fullness of God's presence. He never leaves us, He never forsakes us, and He knows exactly what we need for our growth. In John chapter 15, verse 2, Jesus says, "Every branch that bears fruit, He prunes it so that it may bear more fruit." Sometimes that pruning involves letting go of people who were only meant to be in your life for a season. So if you're dealing with loss right now, take a moment to breathe and remember, God is still in control. He's still writing your story, and He's using every part of it for your good. Pray for wisdom, strength, and peace, and most importantly, trust Him with the next chapter. Thank you for watching, and if this message resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more faith-filled encouragement and Christian life coaching content. Remember, God's got you, and He's leading you to where you're meant to be. Stay blessed.